Hi guys, this is Jennifer here at Muddy Paws Homestead. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, so I thought I'd take time out today to show you a little bit of what we're doing, what we've done, what we want to do, how the animals are doing, how much bigger they've gotten, and I'll try to keep you updated as far as all that goes. I can't shoot videos while I'm doing the projects because I have no way of editing it. I'm doing this simply on my phone. So I'll keep you posted on how things are going for us as best as I possibly can. One thing I've been working on is getting a section for the pigs. Eventually this will be the female side when they have their babies. We will put all the females on this side because you want to switch the males, separate the males from the females. I've built this wall out of 3 half pallets. I've done some posts in the ground to kind of help keep them, if they push on it, it's not going to move. I've taken a 2x4 on the top here, and I have nailed it down to kind of hold the structure a little bit better. And the same with the bottom where the pallets connect. I put it down there as well. And eventually I hope to put this window in somewhere to kind of help give it more of a breeze. It's very hot in here during the summer. I don't know where I'm going to put it just yet, but hopefully that'll be a nice little breeze for them. I've done a door here. That's the door going into the back part of the fencing that I have back there for them to come in and out of. I don't know if I want to cut this board just yet. I'm going to see how well they can get their bellies over and go from there. If I have to, I'll move it. I just left it to help keep it more, that section more structured. It looked like it was a door at one time and they blocked it off. So eventually I want to get like a feeder in there and a watering system, which I will probably take this barrel and I will cut it in half, and that's what I will do with that. One will be for water, one will be for food. Now back here I had a 2-foot fence where I was keeping the pigs in until they clear it out for me so I could see a little bit better back here. And it was only holding them in for a couple hours. So we did the permanent fence, and this is where the back of the garage goes to, which there's the door for their house. It does flood over in this section back here, so I dug out a little deeper for them in one spot to keep the water in there so they have a little pool to permanently play in. And this is Belle. This is our Mouser. She's a really good cat. She's very friendly. She, however, does not like any other cats. She is completely fine with any other dogs, any other animals. Cats, however, this is her domain. So she keeps mice, and anything. She's caught everything for us. But she's a good cat, so you know, she's kind of adopted herself to our family, decided she was going to live with us. She picked us. So for the male pigs section that I'm wanting to do, which I have them both in here right now, there's the American guinea hogs that we're raising. This is where we're going to put them. I'll probably extend it out to this, just on the other side of this tree or before this tree, and I'll go down a little ways to kind of give them a bigger area for the male pigs. I will build them a better shelter. There's a ditch that runs all the way through our property, and it, as you can see from down there, it kind of curves and comes down all the way through, which is why we put these bricks here with the holes sitting the way they are, so that way when it does rain a lot, it can still flow through. I've thought about extending it down to my compost, but I don't know how much of a fight that's going to be for me to get in and out with the pigs trying to do the compost. I know they'll turn it very well for me. I don't know how it's going to work out for me, trying to keep them in and get the wheelbarrow in and stuff like that. So that's kind of still on the back burner. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. So that's the pigs. We've had them for about 6 months, a little over 6 months, and they seem to be doing very well. I think we're doing pretty okay with them. Now on to our goats. As some of you remember, we have 3 paddocks for them. This one is the winter paddock that we seeded, which has grown in very nice. We haven't let them in here, which is why it's really overgrown, because we have popcorn, we have pumpkin, and I have a cucumber plant, or had a cucumber plant over there. My pigs got out a couple weeks ago because I keep them back in that area, and they broke out and they kind of demolished it. So we might get something out of it. I see a flower over there, but they don't really mean anything, so we'll see how that goes. I got some wild sunflowers that came up as well, which is pretty cool. I'm always down for that. And then over here I've got some tomatoes planted, and they're finally starting to get fruit on them. These are a blueberry tomato. They're blue on the outside, but they are orange on the inside. And they're very sweet, and they're very good. So what I wanted to do with these guys, I'm going to take that shed eventually, because the pigs will no longer be over there. They'll be in the back. And I thought about extending it out a little farther and cutting it, and, separating it, putting like a wall in there, or fencing it off or something, so I can have males on one side and females on the other side. And then I'll put a door towards the back for them to get in and out whenever they please during the day. And maybe put something on there that I can close it up during winter, so that way they stay warmer. And then we'll have this whole section all the way out to the fence line will be the females' area to graze. The reason I'm doing this is so that we don't have to switch them to and from paddocks. It'll be a big enough area that I think for the amount of goats that we have, they will have enough to graze off of. So I had the garden over here, which, as you can see, is not much of a garden. It overgrew on me. I wasn't able to keep up with it. I did get some potatoes, and I am getting some corn. I've got a little bit of sweet corn over here that's starting to tassel. And these are small plants, so I don't know how much I'll actually get out of it. But eventually I am going to move this garden over there where those fence areas are. And I'll explain to you why I'm going to do that here in a little bit. I have my ducks over here, which these guys will be getting moved as well. This fence will probably be gone. Like I said, I'll open all this up to the goats. So there's our Toulouse, our baby Toulouse. I did an introduction video of her arriving. The last time I did a video of her, I think actually it was us introducing them to the rest of the herd. If you remember, I had that house I built for them, and I took a little area and fenced it off to show them. I did it for about, I think, 3 or 4 days, to show them that that is their house, that's where they go at night. And it actually worked. And she is kind of my little herder. She will help me make sure that all these are in their house, and then that the 2 that she came with are in the house as well before she will go in some nights. I believe that one right there and this one is the ones that came with her, and they're about the same size as our other ducks. We do have a male duck out here as well. We've learned the one right there, he's got darker spots, he doesn't quack, so we're guessing he's a male, and that's a female. These ducks were given to us from a friend that thought it would be fun to have ducks as a pet. Excuse me. And realized that she couldn't raise them. She couldn't do it in town. They are not indoor animals, guys. They are cute, but they are not indoor animals. This is my first time raising these guys as well. I've only had these guys for about 1.5 years, and I've learned quite a bit from them too. However, as I was saying, I will be moving them into basically across the yard onto the other side, catty corner from where they're at now. Over here, I have the goats at the moment. I have my 2 Nubians, which is Stormy and Lucy. And then I have my male buck, Cosmo, which is starting to get bigger. His colors are really starting to show. Hopefully these guys will breed and they will have babies, which we will have mini Nubians, I guess is what they call it. Like I said, I'm going to put them over there. They'll have that whole section to stay in. Will be all goats. I'm going to move my garden over here. I'm going to pull all this fence up, which is why we did this fencing, so that if we wanted to change it, we could. And I'm going to put my garden over here. The reason I'm putting my garden over here is because over here in this back corner, we decided to do our berry plants. Berries tend to like pine needles a lot. The acid that is absorbed in the ground is really good for them. And that's what these trees are, is a bunch of pine trees. So we planted our berries over here. We've got, I believe these 2 are raspberry. And then back here on the very back fence, we have blackberries. I think we've produced most of the fruit already that have came off of it this year. This one, I can't remember what it is. It's another berry, and it seems to be thriving pretty good. Eventually we'll put some post in for these in the middle, and we will give them, we'll string some string off that post and give them like a trellis to climb. The blackberries, however, are very big. Here is one, as you can see, is about the size of my thumb. And they're very sweet. And hopefully someday we can do some jams or something with them. But so yeah, the garden will come off because I'll go around those 2 trees and I'll extend it out to on this side. So we'll have all our produce, will be on this side of the yard. So I'm not having to worry about anything getting over there and eating it or getting into it or anything like that. Another thing that I'm trying to work on is getting a dog run. I have my 2 dogs. We have Joy, which is the bigger one, and she is our English Mastiff. She is not much of a herder. She is more of a kid's dog. She's very friendly. But she is my alarm. She alerts me when the goats are getting out, if something comes in the yard, if the pigs have escaped, which has happened a couple times with both of them. And she lets me know. But she's really good with her daughter, so she's definitely a keeper. Another one is our newest member of the family. This is Max. He is a Pyrenees, Australian, and Anatolian Shepherd. He is going to be our herding dog. He is only 9 weeks old as of now. So the only thing that I've done with him is the ducks, because he's a little too small for the goats and I don't want him getting stepped on or anything or hurt. But eventually I will be having him work with them to help me herd them in their house or something, you know, or if I need to catch them to, you know, get their hooves trimmed or whatever. These guys are actually pretty friendly, so it's not been too bad. And the pigs, I don't think I really need something for them. If I say I got food or if I shake something in a can, they come running. So they're pretty easy too. I've got these guys chained to this post, which I don't like. One reason I don't like is they've got limited room to run. The other thing that I don't like is that part's sunny during the afternoon, but shady in the morning, and then they have to come over here for the shade the rest of the afternoon. It's actually shady over there again, but during the mid-afternoon it's really, really sunny out here. So they have to get underneath one of these trees. I chain them up to keep them from getting on the highway. As you can see, we live on a highway. And I don't want to take chances of them getting out. I do have a front gate, but there are holes on the fence area that goes around our property that they could get out of, and I don't want to take chances of them getting hurt or lost. And I don't want them messing up my neighbor's crop either, so that would not be good. So over here, I've cleared some of this out. This is going to be the dog run. it is constantly shady. I will go and clear a little bit more out from here, and I'll probably extend it out to that tree. But this way I know that they're constantly in shade, and they have an area to run. They're not stuck on a leash. So I do let them off in the afternoon to run after I've done my chores, or I'm not doing anything else for the rest of the day. But for the most part, they're out there from morning till probably about 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm done doing my stuff. So now on to the ducks, which I've had these guys, like I said, about a year and a half. There is that ditch I was telling you that runs through my property. I've decided to move them over here. One, it's always shady over here. There's a little bit of sun that comes in this little area in the evening for probably about an hour, but for the most part it's shady. Two, I can take this ditch and it floods out really good in this area, and I'm going to dig it out a little deeper, and I'm going to run the fence probably just a little on the other side and down. I have my fireplace out here that I am still in a working process on as well. But my friends, I figured, hey, they always like to see the ducks and they like to watch the goose. Why not invite them over here to watch while we have a fire? And I think it'd be fun for the kids as well. They have their little play area, so they can get up there on that top part and watch from there as well. But there's a lot of grass over here, and like I said, it's shady, and I think they'll like it better, especially when it rains a lot, because it does flood. And that's pretty much it. I have a lot to do. Winter's creeping up on me a lot faster than I want it to. It's already August. And I just feel like I've got more to do than I'll be able to do. So I'm going to do the main things that I want to get done, and then the rest will just have to wait till next year, like the garden will probably wait, stuff like that. So, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll try to keep you updated on another video on what's going on the projects and stuff. And till next time, I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.